Hi, I'm Ginny from Ginny Coppenhall Photography, and this is week number 5 of my Eat, Sleep, Create, Repeat photography challenge, and I'm doing this in collaboration with the Dukes Lancaster as part of the Digital Dukes Creative Homework Programme. Thank you so much to those who've joined in so far and for sharing your photographs. If you've done that, we absolutely love seeing them. If you haven't done the previous challenges, then do go back and have a look at the previous videos, and they're still on the Dukes social media pages, so have a look and share with us, and I'll tell you how to do that in a second. So these challenges are designed with staying at home in mind. So I know things are easing at the moment, but we're still mostly staying at home, and it might provide some creative inspiration for you during this time, or it may be a chance to learn more about your camera. And for some people, you might be doing these challenges with your family, so it can provide a really fun activity to do together. So it's for any photographer with any kit, including smartphones, and each week I give you a challenge that involves telling a small story really about life as it is at the moment, and therefore it's a great way of documenting what's happening, and will give you an opportunity to look back at some of the things that you're doing at the moment or that are typical for you. So that's another sort of positive of this project, I think. So the ways that you can share your photos with us are, so you can share them underneath this video if you're watching on Facebook, post in the comments and tell us a little bit about your image as well if you like. We'd love that. Also, you can go to Instagram at the Dukes Lancaster and tag the Dukes, and the same on Twitter at the Dukes Theatre, and you can tag again. And also we'd love it if you were able to email some of your photographs to tom@dukeslancaster.org, because we're really trying to capture some of the creativity that's happening in these times. So today I would like you to tell me a story about imagination. And this challenge was inspired by my daughter. She's only 6, and so imagination is such a big feature of her play at the moment. And especially now, she's staying at home, so she's able to sort of weave in and out of stories all day, or sometimes these stories can last a week. She has things set out in her room, all her tiny toys set up in different scenes, and she's got very intricate stories happening. And so she's immersing herself in this fantasy world. And I think we can all learn a lot from that. We can all use our imaginations at this time as a bit of escapism, or it could be relaxation. It could be a chance to express ourselves. So it may not be through play, like my daughter, but it may be through the arts. It may be the arts that we're consuming, but it also may be the art that we're creating. And I don't want it to be entirely focused on the arts, this challenge, but it could be a feature. It could, because this time is a time when maybe people are discovering interests or talents that they didn't know they had, or are learning what new things about themselves and what they're enjoying. However, as I say, I don't want it to be exclusively about the arts. We could replace the word imagination with creativity, and that allows a much broader view of imagination. We're all having to be a lot more imaginative in the ways that we work and the ways that we socialise, for example. So have you had to be creative in those ways? And is there a way that you could express that visually through a photograph? So it could be the where you're working. It could be like a studio that you've set up, or a workspace. It could be, as I say, interesting ways that you socialise in via video call and things like that. So can you capture that in some way? But think about it in the widest sense. How are you being creative? How are you using your imagination? Perhaps how are you feeding your imagination? And also, I absolutely love the Grayson Perry Art Club series that has been on TV. And he did one of these on the theme of fantasy. And a lot of that resonated with what I'm talking about now, about that escapism, about immersing yourself in it, in a different world, which can be so precious and valuable right now. So my extra tip for you today, and I always set an extra little challenge, which you can choose to use or not, but it may just push you that little bit further. Can you incorporate different points of view, different angles. So you might be just tempted normally to see a subject and snap it, or do it from your eye level, but just move. That's what I'd encourage you to do. Get lower and higher, to look at unusual angles, things that you may not have thought of. Maybe it actually changes the look of your subject altogether, or it may tell a different story from a different angle. And I think this tip and this challenge is very appropriate for the imagination week, because we are forced to look from different perspectives. We're being creative, and we're not just taking what's in front of us as a given. We are thinking, actually, there's other ways to look at this. So take as many as you can from different angles, and then review them and choose your favourites to share with us. And I can't wait to see them.